gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Embassy of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, which, as I always proudly say, is your second home. It is with great honor that I express my satisfaction to be part of the Global Black History, Heritage and Education Center event, which has come to celebrate the 127th anniversary of the victory of Adwa under the motto, Unity, Bravery, and Perseverance. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the Steering Committee of the Global Black History, Heritage and Education Center, and Embassy staff for organizing such an important event, which has put Ethiopia on the spotlight. Dear guests, for Ethiopia, Africa, and the entire Black race, the victory of Adwa has been of extreme significance. We Ethiopians are proud of Adwa triumph because it kept our country from yielding to colonialism and halted Italy's ambition to further colonize other African countries. The Battle of Adwa was a struggle between the colonialists and the people who wanted freedom, and that it gave birth to the Pan-African movement by creating a spirit of cooperation among the Black people and for the unity of Africa. The victory of Adwa is also a reminder and, of course, an irrevocable lesson to forces that are trying to divide us by making our history a source of conflict. Dear guests, the victory of Adwa has made a tremendous contribution to the fight for freedom on the African continent and to comparable conflicts against oppression everywhere else in the world. For Black people who have endured prejudice and suffering, especially in the Caribbean and the Americas, Adwa symbolized a victory of the Black people, both in Africa and beyond, and underlined the growing sense of unity among Africans and people of African descent. Accordingly, the greatness of Ethiopia's role in the history of Africa makes me believe that no other country is better placed to preserve and showcase African culture and history than itself. In this connection, the government of Ethiopia has taken the initiative to build the Adwa Pan-African University and Museum and the 00 Adwa project in a bid to mark Adwa as a global historic treasure for the Pan-African movement. It has been over 2 years now since the idea of establishing the headquarters of the Global Black History, Heritage and Education Center in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The momentum of fulfilling our initiative is now peaking, as a 30-member delegation is due to travel to Addis Ababa next month and meet with His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and senior officials of the African Union by way of laying the foundation for the Global Black Center in Ethiopia.
Wow. I just really want to say that I'm very humbled and very happy to be here. I'm a writer and I have published a book I'd like to give to you that can contribute to the tremendous project that you have in mind. I also have an educational film, Inspirational Black Women, that a sister of mine, Sister Rosanna Lewis, independently put together to challenge the negative stereotypes of black women, particularly in London, UK. So I'd just like to gift these to you and to say I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And this is the documentary, the DVD, it's Inspirational Black Women.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, my name's Robin Walker. My nickname is the Black History Man, and we are here as a preliminary event where the objective is we're looking to create a Black History Center, and we're looking to do that in Ethiopia. And we are doing our final event before we're going to be flying to Ethiopia, hopefully April the 11th. There's a lot of good reasons why Ethiopia, if you like, deserves to have such a center. Ultimately a country of thousands and thousands of years of history, and Ethiopia has shown that it can keep its history and heritage intact. Monuments are still there, they haven't been destroyed. Artifacts are still there. A country important in the history of Judaism, important in the history of Christianity, important in the history of Islam. A country that black people outside Africa look up to and admire. And so there's a lot of good reasons why Ethiopia should be a place. And also, Addis Ababa has access to other African Union type of institutions that will be closely located. So it's a logical place why you might want to put such an institution. From a black diasporan perspective, it's a massive symbol of pride. Taking on a European army, a powerful European army, defeating them, humbling them, they have to then retreat. What's the phrase? They will call it tactical withdrawal. No, defeated and you have to retreat. Ethiopia doing that is a powerful thing, and it stopped Ethiopia from being colonized. There were other examples in Africa too. You had in Sudan, you had the Mahdi was able to stop the British, but the British returned, do you see? You had in Zululand, South Africa, they were able to stop the British, but they returned. Whereas in the Ethiopian situation, you were able to hold them off right up until the 1930s. And that's a big achievement. And for a lot of us outside of Ethiopia, a lot of us here, that's a symbol of pride. And we look at it as something that Ethiopians should big up themselves about. That's a big achievement.
My name's Corinne Gordon and my business is Age Old Knowledge. I specialise in whole foods, natural products, and I'm also a yoga teacher. I am here today to support Ethiopia and the Ethiopian Embassy and support any initiative to consolidate and join Africa globally. And I am just entirely proud of the works of Ethiopia as a country, continent, and what they've done to inspire Africans globally into strength, actually. So, yeah, I'm just so proud to be a part of African heritage in that manner, because we are strong and our strength is usually dissipated in many conversations globally, but there are some things that just cannot be hidden, cannot be, misrepresented, and it shows our strength, and I'm here to support strength and unity.
I know that Ethiopia is the only country in Africa to defeat colonialism against the Italians, and I know that the population of Ethiopia is about 120 million, with 70% being under the age of 30 and 50% being under the age of 15. And that's insane to me, because I feel the young potential is unlimited. And those who say the sky is the limit don't know about the universe. So I feel if we influence the young people in Ethiopia in a positive way and develop their mind rather than suppress it, Ethiopia will be at the forefront of black development, black youth development, or black mindsets around the world, globally.
I absolutely think it's so important to come and commemorate such events and times and monumental events in history like this, because the Battle of Adwa is not something that we were taught about at school. It's really important that we get a space where we can come together, remember and mark those poignant historical moments. Yeah, and exactly. And also to make sure that children are aware of it, because children will not be taught about the Battle of Adwa in their schools. It's really important that we mark these moments and make sure that it goes into the consciousness of future generations. And I'm grateful to the Ethiopian Embassy for providing that space for us to share in those stories and keep those memories alive.
Today we are celebrating and joining the embassy and the wider Ethiopians and the black community who are celebrating the victory of Adwa. And this is the group of global black diaspora representatives who have been working for over the last 2 years to establish the Global Black Heritage, History and Education Center in Africa, specifically in Addis Ababa. And the occasion coincided by chance that as we are going to travel, paying pilgrimage to Ethiopia. So this is a good opportunity, and we are celebrating the victory of Adwa, as well as we are preparing ourselves to take the upcoming visit to Ethiopia. I'm the coordinator, the chief coordinator of the project, that is Global Black History, Heritage and Education Center. And I have been working around this project for more than 5 years. And since the last 2 years, and more so, we have been working closely with the embassy under the close direction and support of the embassy and the embassy staff and everything that we needed. And so we decided to set up this center in Ethiopia because we believe that Ethiopia has moral, historical, and as a nation, a strong nation where such an institution be established and accomplish its dream and vision.
My name is Judith Anthony, and my reason for being here is, I guess, twofold. One is that I am part of the contingent who are travelling to Ethiopia with the project, and so I'm here on that behalf. And the second part is just as an African Caribbean person to be part of the wider diaspora and to really just kind of bring a voice to the project, bring a voice to us as a people, and kind of just really link hands across continents. Yeah, I am. I mean, without sort of blowing my own trumpet, I feel like it's good to be part of the vanguard and part of, as I say, a contingent that are not necessarily leading the way, but leading one of the ways for us to gain that greater, it's almost independence. And it's not to say that we are not already independent, but it's a greater sense of self and a greater sense of, I guess, leading our own destiny, really just taking charge rather than being led. So I think that's the reason why.
I give thanks. My name is Michelle and I'm here. This is my 2nd year, and I would like to give all, like I said, the thanks to the Ethiopian embassy, this space, in order for us to come together and learn about the developments that have been happening, are happening. And I'm looking forward to the unity. I'm looking forward to being able to come to Ethiopia, be welcomed there, and see all the artifacts that you are collecting, and that it's in a safe space, and that I just welcome the generations to come, that we can all grow together and understand and give appreciation for the dedication that you have towards us as, you know, non-Ethiopian, but within my bones, within my blood, I am Ethiopian. So just to give thanks to you and honour.
Thank you so much.
In terms of the war, I feel that we have the strength. We've shown that we can defeat, and I am gracious for being able to stand here now and say, look what we have done. We are defeatists, we are strong, we are warriors, and we will continue to fight going forward.
And